People love playing with me, but hate it when I play back. What goes around comes around.
Listen, I don't have a minute to spare because it's so much. I just want to get right into it. Hi, everybody. How are you today?
Hello.
I got a special guest.
How are you?
Perry will be with us. I don't know where he is, but he'll show up when he's ready. But we got a lot to talk about today. I'm going to put as much information into this video that I can because I'm going to be covering another case starting tomorrow. So I don't follow Love and Marriage Huntsville full time. So only when there's tea, and there's a lot of it today.
Right, too much.
Well, I'm glad you could make it, Mr.
Hey, Barry.
Hey, what's up? Look.
All right.
Ain't got time.
How are you?
Hey, good, bro.
All right, you guys. So let me get started. So yesterday, or has it been the last? No, yesterday. No, the last 2 to 3 days have been a complete shit show. When it's coming to me reporting about Love and Marriage Huntsville, I've been dissuaded a lot of times. A lot of people try to make me not talk about it anymore. You don't watch the show. Why are you doing it? I block it out. I don't give a damn what you say. I'm covering the drama of the show. And I don't have to watch one single episode. I refuse to do that too. But ultimately, my goal was to create a place that people who felt that they were being bullied can come and talk. So I was watching Anthony's channel last night, and people were talking about how they like Martell or how they wish, they see any growth and just speaking their mind. And it was beautiful. It was not all them milliliters clogging up the man. Listen, I was so much in love with the way that it went last night on Anthony's channel that I'm starting a fan club called Martell Meters. Okay, this is going to be Martell's place. You're gonna get lots of love over here just because I can. Just because I can. But a lot of people went crazy yesterday with these videos. I don't know what she's talking. She don't know what she's talking about, this and that. Let me share this with you guys. So I was talking to one of the people who were upset that I read a government document. Somebody said, that ain't even my real name. That's what's on the paperwork. So if you have a problem with that, you need to go down to the records office and have them change it. But I was getting ready to take this channel down, right? I was going to take this girl's channel down, and she had the video on her backup channel. And I went over there, and I just happened to see she was blogging her life over there, and she had a little baby. And she looked like a single mom, and I thought, that she didn't have a lot of followers, but every subscriber count, doesn't it? Anthony is like, it's really hard to do. And
Right.
And what people don't realize is that when you get your channel shut down, it's not just the main channel, and then you can go over to your backup channel. That IP address is blocked. So that means all of your channels go down. And I said to her, girl, what are you doing? I said, I was going to, fight you back, but you have a baby. And I looked up your trademark, your channel's not trademarked, your name's not trademarked, your picture's not trademarked, you don't have an LLC. I said, you need to go to legal aid and get all that stuff. So my point being is that a lot of these people are in their 20s and 30s. They're not thinking business. They're thinking with their heart. If you don't have your trademark, somebody can buy your name and close your channel down. If you don't have an LLC, they will bankrupt you because now that money's coming from you. So it really is crazy that some people aren't advanced in this game to even understand what you're doing. It's more than just getting on here and dragging you. I'm going to drag you and drag that. What? It's not about the drag. It's about whenever you get a damn lawsuit, even if it's frivolous, because this $10 million lawsuit is frivolous, but the woman that filed the lawsuit is an attorney. So while you have to get an attorney, you have to file motions, she could put anything she wants because this is free. And then she's hoping that one of y'all dummies miss a filing date and then she wins by default. How do I know this? This happened to me before. You don't fight an attorney without a lawyer. There's so much going on. So, but Anthony, you've been in the business a long time. I've known you a long time. You're well connected. You know very well about lawyers. What a update what's going on and how these people are effed. Go ahead.
So thank you for letting me come on. Let me give you an update about this situation, okay? All right, because I know you don't follow the Love Marriage Huntsville platforms and everything that's going on, the ins and outs, okay? So granted, you only read what was on the paper, okay? You just only saw the documents, right? And I know I listened to a few videos, people didn't like that my name wasn't called on there, but I'm gonna say this. I feel, and this is my honest opinion, I honestly feel like the people that are involved, they should have the same access to see what all has been filed. Because I literally get emails right now of some of the defendants that are on there saying like, you have by such and such time to respond. And I know quite a few people that are like, I'm not paying this no attention. I don't care about this. Wrong mindset. Please care about it. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy because granted, if you don't, it would be a judgment by default. I can't give you legal advice. I can only speak of stuff that I know, and I'm not telling you to. Just saying. So the thing is, there was a person that was going on so many different platforms, right? Mm-hmm. And honestly, they got their opinion like everyone else. I don't know if the individual still goes on other people's platform. They're none of my business. But I can only speak for me. Because if you see what I filed, hopefully the people that are a part of that lawsuit go look and see exactly what I filed. Because the complaint, it gives exact dates of some of the other defendants if they did this, all right? Mm-hmm. I can't say if they did it or not. I don't think I can say, look, I don't got nothing to do with it. I filed my motion and I'm just going to leave it like that. But the thing is, I put proof in exhibits to show me, myself, and I got nothing to do with this. So if you go to page 5 of this complaint, that's public records, right? If you go to page 5 and look at the first paragraph on C, it says, plaintiff is a federal attorney licensed in the U.S. district, and whatever the district is, right? Plaintiff visited YouTube content creators channel to discuss current events and analyze a television show, Love and Marriage Huntsville, on the OWN network /Discovery/Warner Brothers. Plaintiff only provided her first initial and last name and asked for YouTube content creators to refer to her as anonymous. So in this complaint, you just told everybody that you provided your first initial and your last name on social media. So I can't speak for nobody else, but you put your own information out there. Mm-hmm. Now, if you go on into this complaint, I highly tell the other content creators, like, you all really need to pull the files and see what all has been filed. If you look at the document that I put up, clearly you can see there are two different stories. Look at the complaint that was filed, and then go look at the police report that was filed. everything is out of order. So if you look at certain things, when it had my name on it, it only said July 2023. But if you look at everybody else's name, it says the exact date. Like I'm just gonna say, let's just say it was January 1st of 2024. It can have the specific date. Now we know how YouTube works. You can't get somebody's information and their identity just because they're a subscriber. YouTube don't give you that information. Now, the story on the police report, it starts off a certain way, but then if you go to the complaint, the names change. It's almost as if a person can't remember their life. Now, I do know last night on my channel, they were saying that, and I'm gonna say his name. They said that the person was on Chef Dun Dun's channel and allegedly admitted that they were told to run background checks on the content creators, right? Now, I don't know the validity in that, and I can't say if that's a lie or if it's true. However, if that is true, I'm hoping that the individual I'm hoping that Chef Dun Dun would keep that clip to show proof, because if you don't have it and say, well, Your Honor, what the first thing the judge is gonna say, prove it to me, show it to me.
Let me put it in layman's terms so everybody understand. You're saying the person that filed this lawsuit is an attorney, and the lawsuit makes no sense.
Exactly.
But in the lawsuit, it had certain dates that you had to file certain things. And the reason I didn't mention you yesterday is because you're not a part of that lawsuit. Tell them why.
Because I filed a motion to be dismissed. And I provided the proof and the evidence of why I should be dismissed. And I have absolutely nothing to do with this. Everything is basically he say, she say, or I believe. That's not going to work in the court of law. You can't say, I believe this. If there's no proof or no facts to prove it, then it's nothing.
Not only that, Anthony, you are not obligated to tell them that they missed filing a motion. These people did not take this lawsuit seriously. They ignored it and thought they didn't have to do anything about it. That's the oldest trick in the book for attorneys.
Now, given the real tea, that's on Terrence Smith. Oh God, I'm sorry, it's public records. But the thing is, let's really be honest right there. That's not his name. That is not his name at all.
But am I responsible for that?
I don't know, because you was only reading the court document.
Okay.
It's right there. But the thing is, Terrence even said, look, that's not my name. So it's like, it shows you how much the lawsuit is even more frivolous. It's like, you don't even have the people's correct information and filing stuff, and it doesn't even make sense.
Now, that person that you just mentioned, a lot of people made videos yesterday saying, oh, you got it wrong. You don't do your research. Being so immature and naive and not realizing what's going on. I could read a document if I want to. I don't have to contact anybody and tell. When I do the P. Diddy case, I didn't call P. Diddy like, can you give me your side of the story? Give me permission to tell that. What? You're in a lawsuit. I'm gonna get mad because it's so immature. Like, you did me wrong. You made name my name. No, the person that sued you did you wrong. And even though you feel like the lawsuit is frivolous, you still have to respond. But because you didn't, you could lose this case by default. Y'all need to get y'all some attorneys and open some damn books and realize what's going on. This ain't no damn game. This ain't no game.
Now, I can't speak for the other content creators because I don't know what exactly happened on their channels. I don't know. That's not my call. I can only speak for my name. So if you're looking at a complaint and you see so many dates, and I'm going to read this off. Hold on. Let's read it off a little bit. Because I want people to see, well, listen. This is saying, it's saying Mr. Anthony Loftis doxed me on July 2023 per intelligence. What is that? This next person, that's a content creator. It says, when Tay talk and drop the mic allowed panelists to dox me. publish my government name and information. But the thing is, you're saying that they publish your government name and your information when you clearly go to the 5th page and say that you use your first initial and your last name on social media. So, not trying to take up on them, but I'm curious, like, how can somebody publish your government information if you publish for the world to see? So let's go ahead and move forward.
You're reading what's in the complaint.
I'm reading what's on the paper. So, prosperity on thick girl, and then they bring up Chef Dun Dun continue to dox plaintiff on evening 7/28/23, 8/2/23, 12/7/23, 12/20/23. Then it came from another content creator, 11/5/23, 11/6/23, 11/13/23, 11/21/23, 12/9/23, 12/10/23, 12/20/23, 12/22/23. Then it moves on to another 12/6/23, 12/8/23. Like,
but that's done on purpose so you can forget a date. It's like a barrage of stuff they're just throwing at you. It makes no sense.
Right. I mean, to me, the case didn't make sense. But you just touched on something because my wife got charged with, well, you know, people saying, oh, I'm upset because she said I doxed somebody. We didn't say anything. My wife did not write that complaint. She did not file that lawsuit. And to be honest with you, just talking about the lawsuit wasn't even important. We were just saying the chaos that's going on with Love and Marriage Huntsville. So when we just happened to go down, that's why she didn't go into detail of the full lawsuit, just gave some of the names, just the first name. Then you get people who come back and say, oh, well, that person mentioned my name and it wasn't me. If it wasn't you, you know you haven't been sued. And if it's not your name, you good. But on the documents, my wife didn't just make your name up. She just read whatever that was there. So I think people so uptight, and nobody told you guys millimeters. That's in the lawsuit.
And it was another blogger, Pretty Brown Eyes. They said pretty.
Perry, you're fading in and out.
So, am I good?
Yes,
so even with the blogger Pretty Brown Eyes, if I'm not mistaken, Pretty Brown Eyes won her case with a frivolous lawsuit. Okay, like the thing is, like, she had to file the paperwork. You couldn't just sit up here and say, "Oh, I don't take this seriously." No, the thing is, the paperwork is being filed in a serious manner. Like, it's really court documents. You have to read this stuff. Don't sit up here and say, "Oh, I don't care about this." If you get these deadlines, please try your best to meet those deadlines. I don't even care if they don't like me. But, like, for real, it's going to be a judgment by default. That's what it's basically trying to be. That's in my opinion. So
it's ridiculous. You got to file your law. You got to follow through, or you're going to end up with a default judgment. It's not about who can read the best. It's not about you did me wrong, because I have no obligation to call nobody. It's immaturity at its finest. Listen, y'all keep missing them dates. I wouldn't have told you anything. So y'all should be nice to Anthony. I would have let y'all miss the dates. But just because you feel that the lawsuit isn't valid doesn't mean you can just ignore it. Because one day you're going to go to buy a car and they're going to be like, you got a judgment.
Now, I do have to say this, Sharrell. Empress Radio did not have anything to do with this, okay?
Who?
Empress, like, she didn't have anything.
She did. That was so
and I don't know where that came from, but I guess she had an issue or whatever. I don't know. But with this situation, this matter right here, it literally had nothing to do with Empress at all.
And I don't want to say anything bad about her. So let's just try not to mention her name.
Okay.
It is what it is, and we have moved on. So but yesterday was for the drama, the immaturity, the immature people, the people that want to read, want to play. Go do that. You do that all day. And we over here trying to tell y'all about to lose by default. Okay, because you got to follow those cases. And that's the worst thing. When an attorney sues you, it costs them nothing. you the only one coming out of pocket.
It costs them pennies on the dollar. It's gonna cost you more. And
unless you know terminology and know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Then, but if you don't, get a retainer. Find somebody.
So you're not. Before I move on, you are not a part of the lawsuit anymore. You did what you had to do. You approached your attorneys. Y'all filed a motion, and you have been legally dismissed.
Process is already filed. I'll send that over to you.
Good. All right. That's why I didn't mention you yesterday. Like, he out of it. Congratulations on having an attorney. Like, when you're a blogger, you just need an attorney by your side at all times, because all kind of stuff pop off. All kind of stuff pop off. But these people, they didn't even have, like, a lot of them didn't even have their name trademark, let alone an LLC. It's really crazy. Now, I want to get into some rumors here, because I am openly saying I can't stand the Melometers. They're immature. They're childish. And they're not going to make me think like them, do what they want me to do. They are a bunch of people that hate Martell. Oh, by the way, I started a new fan club. It's called Martell Meters. That's what we are over here. We are Martell Meter. We love Martell. It ain't nothing y'all can do about it. But with that being said, all kind of craziness popped off. All kind of rumors are going on. This is a shit show and a mess. Yes, I know Anthony. We've been friends for years, about a couple of years. If I get some information, I'll call him sometimes and be like, is this going on? There's different people talking to him, different people talking to me. That show is a mess. According to the rumors, they all feel isolated. They feel like Carlos King is not giving them enough attention. And to be quite frankly, they do not like Melody.
Yeah, I mean, basically that show, they don't feel supported. Let's keep it real. Like, from Carlos, they don't feel supported. They don't feel supported by OWN. And people go, oh, well, you don't even watch the show. No, the network or Carlos are not giving me a reason to watch the show. Carlos give me a reason to watch The Housewives. Okay.
I mean, I can't even disagree with that.
Yeah, no, I'm just simply saying that I can see how the cast members feel this way. Like, if you sitting there, your own producer ain't, trying to market you, and you see him, it's almost like, you're supposed to love your kids, and you got 5 or 6 kids of your own, but you ignore them and go and play with the neighbor's kids every day.
Ridiculous.
It don't make sense to me. And I think the problem they got with Mel on the thing, it's a lot of shows that when they have people on the show, remember, like, I think it was Married to Medicine. When you're a so-called producer and on the cast, it sort of caused a problem. So if Mel got all this pull, it's going to cause a problem, because now the rest of the cast got to say what
it caused a problem. But this is what I think. There's a lot going on. I think that Carlos was getting dragged, and he tried to better the show. What are all the rumors that you're hearing, Anthony, about this show?
As of right now, I know, I heard that basically Martell has been in, he want his life to be really filmed, his real life, not people telling him to find a woman to film with. What else?
Because last year they set him up with Sharrell. That was fake as can be, right?
That's what I heard.
Yeah, that's what we're hearing. What else are you hearing?
I'm hearing that basically Melody is upset that Destiny is back on the show, and it's been some stuff going around about people filing stuff with HR. Don't know the ins and outs to that.
Oh, they got internal drama. Wow, go ahead. Why wouldn't she want Destiny on the show? Why not?
I think it's maybe because of a comment that Destiny made. I think she said that her mother was pimping her out or something like that. What else? And I think I honestly feel like it's a lot of, maybe wanting people to pick a side and not be loyal to Martell.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. So
yeah. Now we hear a lot these rumors going around. Now, before I talk about this rumor, I'm going to tell you, people couldn't stop talking about Ariane and Knox. They couldn't get enough. She's this, she's that. That's not the baby. She wrong. But when the rumors fall on Martell and Melody, all of a sudden, you talking about a child. You tell about a child. You was talking about a damn child too.
True.
So y'all telling me that I can say all the stuff I want about Ariane and Martell, but Mel is off limits? Have you heard these rumors about this paternity test and the baby? Tell me what you heard about that.
I heard that there was a DNA test, but nobody would answer the question.
I heard there was a DNA test. And I'm wondering, because the people I'm hearing from, they don't, it's like they are under some kind of contract not to tell us. Do you think that Carlos would do the right thing and put that on the show and stop trying to portray Martell in a negative light and just let it be what it is? Will he ever do that?
I doubt it.
It is what it is, but I'm going to tell you what the rumors are. So that's the rumors. Am I talking about a child about the same way I was talking about Ariane's child? We have a right to know, question, wonder about the paternity. Hi, Beatrice. She says, I think Melody paid Destiny hush money. I don't know, but I will say this, because we are talking to separate people. There is so much controversy between the castmates. It's not even funny. Do you get that too, Anthony?
Oh, yes. I know it's a lot. A lot.
I mean, this is supposed to be a television show, and y'all supposed to do like they do on Married to Medicine, fight on the air, and then when y'all get off, be like, girl, that was so funny when you said this. Nah, they taking it to heart and trying to hurt each other. What's wrong with this? Is the worst cast ever. But I think that it stems with Melody.
I feel like people look at Melody as she can do no wrong. No one is perfect. Especially with the situation, you know, I got that's about to be in the process with her. And I'll send that over to you.
Go ahead, talk about your situation with Melody.
You know, she basically went live on her social media platform accusing me of committing crimes. You said I was stalking you, and then you also said that I was endangering children. Not only that, you told the world and all these people that was watching to basically, I need all of the mandated reporters. If you are a mandated reporter, reach out to me because you got my address and where I work at and the location, and we can make the phone calls tomorrow.
Mel, you heard that Melody said that?
No, it ain't no. She said it. She said that. Not on top of that, you told people to unsubscribe from my channel. If you follow me, you will unfollow him or whatever she said in that sense. But my thing is, number one, ain't nobody ever stalked you. I don't know. I never met you before. Number two, I don't work with children at all. So you don't put multiple lies out there, but speak on that paperwork that you got from those attorneys and let everybody know how many laws you broke. I'll send it over to you. I would send all 6 pages for you to read every last law that was broken.
Do you hear about any cease and desist going on behind the scenes?
Quite a few.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's all over the place. But she doesn't want to talk about it. When you tell somebody they are mandated reporter and go over to somebody else's comment section, listen, I used to feel really sorry for Mel till I realized she was a damn manipulator. Okay. When I couldn't say, hey, Martell, if he wants to be a dad, let him be a dad. She sends them all to my comment section. Nah, girl, you playing head games. So just because I don't even watch the show like that, but because I don't want anybody controlling what I say or do, this is a Melometer heaven.
Let me explain to you what I do as far as like work. I help people with autism, with disabilities. And for you to sit there and put out that somebody is endangering children, when you got someone that's literally sitting up here doing assessments, helping families if they were to pass away right now, what would happen to their loved one to make sure they're okay. I literally sit here and talk to parents every day, dealing with their loved ones, saying, look, they're not going to bring in enough money. We need to find a housing for the person. Okay, you need discovery, you need exploration. Are they getting any type of SSI food stamps for people with disabilities, trying to help them get jobs? When people age out of DCS and they don't have nowhere for them to go, I help find placement for adults. And for you to go out there and challenge my license to basically sit up here and say that I'm endangering people, I have a problem with that. Only an evil person in this world would sit up there and do something to an individual that's helping people with disabilities. But you're the main person sitting up there saying you're against abuse.
Not only that, there was another member that came on in my chat, said she made fun of her disabled son. But let me address this really quick, Perry, before you talk. The very, very mature Evelyn Phillips said, shut up. You just don't like Mel. If Mel leaves the show, it will end. I appreciate your comment. Now get the hell out of my chat, and I don't ever want to see you again.
Well, no, and the fact is, you know, if we don't like Mel, we have our reasons, like you got your reasons to like her. Mm-hmm. Nobody had no bones to gripe with Mel. And like my wife said, used to feel bad, don't interview her. And just because we didn't look at her as being perfect, the perfect victim, not saying she wasn't a victim of being cheated on and things like that, but she ain't the perfect victim. When we said that, hey, she still might want to reconsider and at least try to work it out to have the father of their kids in their lives, nothing was wrong. At that point, we became Martell lovers, Mel haters. And to have people come over to flood, when you have an adult conversation, just because a lot of these people, and when I say melanators, the ones who going hard and don't have an open mind to see what's right or wrong. Because to some millimeters, Mel can't do no wrong. And trust me, it's going to come out. And if it don't come out, I greatly come back. Remind me in a couple months to say, hey, I apologize. It didn't come out. That Mel got a dark side that these people choose to overlook. You got a story on how she, try to damage you. I think Mel has an ego and would damage a lot of people, but she hide it under the cute face and the trauma she went through by being cheated on.
If I hear that one more time.
What you said?
There's a lot of people out there that right now, if I said, because really to me, Mel has, even if they had a bad relationship and they moved on, Mel, in my opinion, is successful. She's doing well. Why keep, fighting with Martell? And I think it's on both of them as adults. I think both of them things to trigger each other. So I'm not picking one side or the other. But I'm not going to exclude her from the equation and say it's all Martell's fault. So
I'm not. And that's what it boiled down to. People say, what do you have against Mel? I don't have anything against Mel. I don't know Mel. But when you start sending your cult over into my chat because I said I like Martell, something wrong with you. Telling people that they're mandated reporters and you got to go report. You're coming after the blogs. Girl, you think we're going to sit here and just let you come for us? When we know you got a whole bunch of damn secrets?
Okay.
So I plan on covering. I don't even want to watch this show. But because people are trying to take away my right of freedom of speech, now I got to put it on the damn docket. So I don't know. I'm not going to cover it every day, but I'm going to cover it when I can. And for sure, I'm going to start dropping the drama, the tea, what's going on behind the scenes. Because when I last checked, you have 4 children, not 5. I am not related to you, and I'm not your child. I can do whatever I want to do. And you can go talk to your damn cult and give them instructions on what to do. But I'll tell you this. Y'all want to play dirty? You think you the only one? Y'all need to leave me alone. I ain't playing with none of y'all. I support Ariane. Team Ariane. Team Martell. Girl, I'm tired of you crying, dragging this shit out for 3-4 damn years.
Not 7. Somewhere around there, a long time.
Not letting people move on. You want the same storyline every year because you throw the rock and hide your hand. Let's beat up on Martell and other people, Destiny and all them other people. Let's beat up on them, make them, look bad so y'all don't look over here.
But not only that, how do you be okay with watching people try to bring down Stormy's business, Campus Beauty, to sit up here and say, okay, you see what they're doing to her brand, but it's okay for everybody to sit up here and go support what you got going on.
I don't like her. I ain't gonna never like her. She's a manipulator. And guess what? I don't have to like you.
Not at all.
And guess what? I'm a blogger. Did you know it was against terms of service to send anybody to anybody's chat? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Oh, I didn't do anything. I don't know why everything. God bless you. God, girl, you are a fake and a fraud.
And that's the part. I think because she's really smart, in my opinion. I think she's smart enough to know how to manipulate people and keep her fingerprints off what happens. I think she got this cult-like leadership that she could guide her flock to do the things, so her hands aren't actually on it.
Throw the rock. Listen, I think that Natavia got caught up in her web. That's when Tay talks, because I told you she has a small house. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I'm saying there's a different tax bracket between her and Mel. And she just thought she's on TV. She's famous. She's beautiful. I want to be her. And so you just the ringleader. You're going to do whatever she tell you to do. Girl, I'm so disappointed in you. Tay, I don't ever want to see you again, Natavia. And I'm just disappointed in you. Girl, you from Detroit. You supposed to know when you getting conned. Let me read this really quick. Let's not forget the video of physically. Oh, yeah. Listen, there's all kind of stuff out there. So, has anybody on this panel heard about Melanie blackmailing Martell for the kids to come on the show or something like that? Has anybody heard that? Something like this. Have you heard that yet?
It's something with the charges she got pressed against them that she would drop the charge. Now, I don't watch the show, so if I'm wrong, I'm just giving you the general perspective that I'm
heard. Yeah,
she is willing. And no, first she don't want him to be around him because he got these cuckoo problems and not safe around the kids. Okay, and she don't want her kids in danger, which any good parent should be that way. But when you willing to drop it just to have the kids on, so to have the kids on, you would put your kids in danger and let him hang out with a cuckoo bird. Right? It's almost like when people send their house to Diddy's house, send their kids to Diddy. Just saying, I like who does that? But either way, it doesn't make sense to me. And I think, I don't know, it's the weirdest thing. I mean, you debate this. I think part of her still want Martell. If not, I think she's so successful, she would have just moved on.
I don't know, Perry. I don't really give it damn. I don't really care. I'm more disgusted in her behavior. For 3 years.
Oh, right.
For 3 years. And doesn't give a damn about anybody else but herself. You know, when you make fun of Martell and you tell everybody what a bum he is, this is those children's father. What are you doing?
I was told the exact message was, if you, I was told this, they said, the message said, if you, I will drop the abuse charges if you allow the kids to be back on television and on social media.
That's blackmail.
Okay, now think about that. Now, just that statement alone would make her a better parent than Martell if that's true.
I know. Now, him being a parent has nothing to do with his relationship with Mel. People cheat all the time, but they still love their children. And who plays head games with their kids? Who use their kids as a bargaining tool? Like, it's so much about this chick I don't like. It's not even funny. Did she do anything to me? No. What made me realize she was a bad person was those psychopaths, the cult that she created, that they call themselves the Melometers, coming over here every time I just said something nice about Martell. They want me to say, we hate men and all men are miserable and men don't take care of their kids and hating men and more men. I'm not one of those type of women. I have a husband that I've been married to for 34 years. I have boys. I have grandchildren, boys. Y'all want me to go around tell everybody how men ain't shit? No, your man ain't shit because you picked the wrong one. But not everybody do that.
And I'll say this too, Sharrell. Like, I'm gonna say this when we talking about this law case. I don't think Mel is the kind of person that would put her kids in danger. I think Mel love her kids. I think she's a good mother. And like I'm just saying from the outside, this is what I see. So it wouldn't make sense for her to file that report, then turn around and say, I'm gonna save my kids from danger. But if they can come on TV, they can go to danger every weekend. every other weekend. I don't think she would do that. But
I don't think the judge would do that.
She would lie and try to keep going back and forth with Martell. Like I said, I think it's both of their fault. I think both of them go tit for tat.
I mean, the judge did say that, I guess they said Martell had the better interest for the children, but both parents were at fault, not just one specifically, but both parents.
She put him in that predicament.
Mm-hmm.
The way, the birthday party's over here, and you ain't allowed to, like, she wasn't trying to co-parent with him. The evilness, the manipulation is what I can't stand. So what made me start not liking Mel? Because she came on my show and I interviewed this woman. And I was like, it'll be all right. Like everybody, she loves the attention. Oh, he cheated on you. She would act like she a little baby. Oh, he'll be all right. And I was one of those people. Then I was like, well, girl, that happened 2 years ago. Then 3 years ago. Now we going on 4 years. And you still want everybody to coddle you because you were cheated on. And, you know, everybody's saying that in this trailer, the most important thing is Marcel saying something. Do you know about that, Anthony?
Marcel made a comment on the trailer basically saying that this is the man that you had 3 kids with. And then he tried to come back and say like 4. That's what everybody has been talking about, him basically alleging that she only had 3 kids. Like maybe the last child isn't Martell's, allegedly. That's what they're saying.
Yeah, I mean, and even on Tasha K's show, I think when he did an interview,
mm-hmm.
he admits that. But now I get it. Remember, I said it's 2 wrongs on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I think she plays certain games. I think he go low too. So he could have said that just to throw a dig back at her. We don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, I think they both know the paternity of the baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of us go to the public, playing a public game, trying to help the other. But at this point, since they're going to talk about all the things Martell don't do in the rumors, we could talk about those rumors.
It's a lot of rumors. Now, so all season, I'm going to give Melody what she wants. I'm just going to flip it. I'm not going to say nothing nice about you. And I'm Team Martell. Period. You want to bring out people's flaws? Let's bring out your flaws because we got a lot. And I'm just going to start dishing it out week by week because, girl, you need to grow up.
I've always said that I'm Team Michelle. I'm going to give a person props when it's due. But as of right now, she don't really have nothing good coming from me right now.
I also hear that there are going to be other storylines this season. Who do you think they're talking about?
Which one are you talking about as far as like, since Destiny's coming back, they're talking about her producer, Sonny, married her ex-boyfriend. Now, okay.
Wait, so what?
You know how, okay, sure, y'all know how reality TV is. When it comes to cast members, each person have their own producer.
Right.
So, if I'm not mistaken, Kiki, her producer was Jordan last season. And I think Destiny's producer was Sonny. So basically what's going on, they saying that Sonny married Moses. That's her ex-boyfriend. And Destiny is saying that basically she was talking to Sonny about, I guess, things that was going on in the relationship. She was thinking that she was building a relationship with Sonny. Everyone knows the goal of a producer. Their goal is to gain your trust, to make you think and believe that you all have a friendship.
Oh, that's scandalous.
So now Carlos brought Sonny on the next season. Sonny and Moses will be on there. And basically Destiny is going to have, I guess, a Ponderosa with Sonny and Moses. But he said that she's more transparent this season, so.
Let me say this to Carlos King. I've been dragging you. I think you've been putting out shitty shows. You dropped the ball of producing Love and Marriage Huntsville. You're all up in the housewives business. But Carlos King, if you give us a good season, I will acknowledge it and I will take it all back. But right now, you're just a shitty producer that's messy. I think you're messy. But if you finally decided to do your job, because I'm hearing that they're not just going to focus on Martell and Melody.
They have the Fletchers in here. The Fletchers, Nell and Tisha, they're having some type of issue. I guess Tisha didn't like that. Nell basically said that she was her mentor. I guess trying to downplay maybe them trying to establish some type of relationship. I honestly feel if that is true, it's maybe because Mel and Nell are good friends, and maybe Nell want to show Mel that she's loyal to her. so she's not trying to step outside and build a relationship with Tisha. And the husband, his daughter did an interview with Give Him the Real Tea.
What husband?
Chris Fletcher. That's
Okay.
Nell's husband. His daughter did an interview with Give Him the Real Tea, and that was her first time basically saying that she called Nell a side chick, and it's basically trying to make it seem like Nell kind of broke up her mother and father while they was married or whatever. So that's going to play out. They're saying, even though Kiki was not in the trailer, I heard that basically I think Kiki maybe filmed 3 scenes. I don't know the validity in that, but I do know that one of the scenes were her and Mel, and from what I was told, Mel went the hell off on her.
On Kiki? Now, okay, so tell everybody if you feel like talking about it. This season, I would go to your channel, and Mel was working with some bloggers, and she was working with Kiki, and you have evidence to prove that they both were working with bloggers?
I feel this is my opinion. I think a lot of the cast members have specific bloggers that they talk to. In this situation, Kiki and I was talking, okay? So Kiki and I was talking. I mean, I let it play out. So basically, something happened on the Houston trip. And basically, if you go back to my channel, like all the recordings are right there. They left me no choice but to upload it, pretty much. And I wasn't trying to go there. So basically, what happened was, there was something said that Mel did something to Kiki, and basically everyone on the cast kind of attacked Kiki, right? And one thing about this, Kiki never told me that Mel paid for her flight to get back home. Never said anything about that, right? Keep in mind, she was upset with Mel. Keep in mind, the mother, Kiki, we all on the phone. They trying to come up with some type of damage control to cover up Mel. Because Kiki said that Mel wanted her to go live and fix the situation. I guess to make it look as if she didn't do anything wrong. This is on the recording. This is coming from Kiki. So now Kiki explaining that me and Mel, we really are friends. Like blah, 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 blah. The mother's in up here going live. I'm looking like, okay, y'all doing all of this, and I'm just going to kill it with the conversation itself.
Is there any possibility that Carlos King got wind of what was going on?
I'm pretty sure he knew what was going on, because they had, he's doing that podcast tour, right? And basically on the podcast, he told Melanie, he said, there's some conversation about some leaked conversations with Kiki, and your name was mentioned. He brought it up on the podcast now. So basically, with that being said, Melanie is explaining to Carlos that, well, I didn't know all of that was going on until I heard the recording, pretty much. And I'm like, me and you was on the airplane going back home together, and she didn't say one word, didn't say that your mom said this or I said this. Just let everything keep going. Keep in mind, I tried to tell her back on September the 20th, okay? I tried to tell her back then, because it was actually more to it, but we're not gonna get into that.
And you heard that she was back on the show?
Huh?
You heard that they're gonna bring Kiki back?
For a little bit, but not a lot. My honest opinion, I think they're just bringing her back just so they can give her an exit off the show.
What?
That's just my opinion.
Wait, what does that mean?
I mean, to bring her on to basically here, you did all this damage last season, so let's go ahead and end you and get you off the show. Because Melody said to Carlos that basically her block game is I guess it's real fast. So basically, I guess she blocked Kiki. So
damn, that's
amazing. I mean, I play that clip maybe. I might do it tonight. Play that clip on my channel, just so everyone can see it for themselves.
So what I want to do is, I just really, honestly and truly, I don't know. I watch the show sometimes. Just want to come back when there's drama or something worth talking about. You guys can go to Anthony's channel for those recaps, because I'm not going to do that. And Perry, Beatrice says, the baby is Martell's, round face and ears stick out. Oh, but you know what, Beatrice? I hope. So I'm not being mean when I brought that up. It's all over town. And I hope they address it.
Baby, people quickly say it's in the algorithm. It's in the algorithm. Okay.
I hope that they
algorithm
address it because that's serious. What if it's not what we just need the paternity results, so then everybody know where they stand. So and if the results are in that we're hearing, why won't you tell the public the results? You want to tell us everything else. You want us to buy this and do that, but you don't want us to know the paternity results. And a matter of fact, you guys, listen, this is just my opinion as a frustrated sometime viewer, is I feel that when shows get out of hand, you're supposed to report it to the producers. That would be Carlos King. I don't suggest doing that. I don't think Carlos King gonna do anything about it. He too busy on tour, right? Carlos Springer. He all the ladies. I suggest if you have a problem with the show, go to the network. Perry, what are your thoughts on all of this? I know you don't know the storyline. Anything you wanted to add?
Oh no, I mean pretty much that's it. Look, I just think this. I want to go back to the Martell thing because sometimes you get to slow it up for the millimeters who try to find a way to say you a hater. I think both adults in this whole situation are throwing rocks at each other, playing games with each other. Now, I know the millimeters can admit that Martell is playing the game, but they refuse to admit Melanie's playing the game also.
And I don't see how Martell's playing a game. What kind of game is he playing?
No. I'm just saying, okay. I'm just simply saying, I think they toy with each other. They do stuff to get underneath their skin. I'm not exactly sure.
That's right. You don't. Yeah.
I mean, if he is playing the game, he's losing in the public view.
Well, yeah, no. I get it. Okay, Basically, I'm saying, I'm sure the millimeter coming right now can tell you 1,000 things that Martell could have done. Too much. Oh, he said this in the back room. He said the baby might not be here. Whatever. I'm just saying, I think they both adults and need to get it together and be parents for these babies. And I really, truly hope it is his baby, or it doesn't. I guess it doesn't matter as long as Mel can take care of the baby, do whatever. That's it.
Before I start reading these comments, did you hear anything, Anthony, about them filming Martell being arrested this season?
That's going to be on the first episode, I think.
Ooh, child, I want to see that. Really, Carlos, I'm telling you.
But Carlos said when they the first day of filming is when he got arrested. So,
Carlos, if you pull off a good season, I would do a 180 turnaround and give you your props. But right now, you're suspect. Let's start answering these questions. Martell said Sugar Mama is his daughter and wants Mel to stop calling his daughter Sugar Mama. Why do they call her Sugar Mama? I don't watch the show.
I mean, they all have a nickname, so.
Oh, okay. It's just a nickname.
Yeah.
That's part of watching the show. Okay, she must be talking to somebody else. Tiffany G. Who is that? Tiffany TG, GT. Hopefully, Kiki sees Melody for who she is. Melody wants to be a part of the drama, but doesn't want anyone talking about her. Does that make sense to you?
I agree with that.
Who's Tiffany?
I agree 100%.
Okay.
And she said over and over on the show that basically she doesn't like when someone try to make, I guess, like spin the narrative on her to make it look like she did something. She said that to Martell. Kiki even said that on the recording. So, I mean,
I've been watching since day one. Ain't nothing changing. Well, that's what it feels like. Hi, Pia. Girl, you are funny. Thank you for the stuff you be sending me. The first day Martell got arrested while filming. That's a new record. Let's talk about Martell. Ooh. Okay, yeah, let's talk about that, Aunt T. Mitt. So, Melanie says in her court documents that he aided his son. The judge orders a psych evaluation, let him stop seeing the kids for a number of days or months, whatever it was. But ultimately, a judge found that it was okay for him to be with his children and not have supervised visits. Now, what judge in their right mind will give their kid, will return the kids to someone that's going to put hands on them?
Right.
You got to make it make sense, Auntie Mitt. Read the whole document. So because what Mel wanted to put out there is, oh, he hit the kid, and he needed a psych evaluation, but she didn't tell you the results of the psych evaluation, and she didn't tell you why those kids were returned to him. Y'all need to look at the whole situation. And I'm thinking, Auntie Mitt, I'm not gonna kick you out, but you're a Melometer, and y'all need to open y'all minds up. Y'all getting on my nerve, and half of y'all dumb. So since when is spanking of you? Yeah, it could have been a spanking.
I got some of the whoopings. It was ridiculous. So, and now I appreciate the whoopings and the spankings I get.
Well, I mean, some black people, a lot of black people spank their kids. I got spanked. That's what make black mamas black mamas. We know how it is. We ain't like, oh, mom, you hit me. If you act up, you get your spanking.
Yep.
And things has changed. I remember back in the day, my mama used to get spanked with an extension cord. That's what you call AN. But back then, get the switch off the tree. Let me pick the bricks for you. Remember all that? Like that's in the black culture.
Baby, you go the neighbor whooping, then you got a whooping waiting on you when you get back home.
No. Here's my mother right here. She in the chat. I don't know why she in the chat. But mama, you remember when you would carry a wooden spoon in your purse and you had to do this when we was in public? She do this, and I got in line real quick. Me and my sister. Like, Aang is like that girl that YouTuber that starved her kids and chained them to the like that. What? So y'all need to stop. Y'all just agreeing with everything Melody say, and the girl is just as manipulative as she can be. Last one. Spare the rod, spoil the child. There you go.
What you said?
Okay, like please. That's why kids now are Aang our teachers. Well, yes, we'll talk about that another day. But anyway, Perry, any last words?
Oh no, I'm good with the whole thing. I'm just saying that, and this is not the trash mail, just like the Melometers love to trash Martell. I'm just simply saying it's
and everybody else on the case.
It's two sides of this whole thing. And I mean, but nobody on that side really want to talk about all the rumors about Mel. I mean, like I'm hearing rumors, and I don't even watch the show that she loose like a goose. But I'm just saying, I don't know.
No, you did hear that. Someone told us
it's
that.
Rumors. Yeah. I'm saying, I'm not saying for myself like I seen her. I don't know. I'm just saying, but it seems how you want to talk about rumors.
Yeah. Anthony, any last words?
No, I'm appreciative that y'all had me on here.
I'm appreciative that I had you on here, that you came. Hopefully you can come more often, especially when there's something big. I want you to break it on your channel first, and then we come over here and talk about it, because that's why I'm watching. I might try another episode, but that damn show put me to sleep. But I'm going to try it one more time.
I'm saying, give it another shot, okay?
All right.
It's kind of hard, though, because the only two people I really know is Martell and Melanie.
Well, I'll fill you in, because I know them.
But the thing is,
all the names confused.
Let's keep it honest. Some of the bigger bloggers don't even want to talk about her.
Oh, so you know what? So the first big blog to leave was Funky Dineva. So now they're trying to get Funky Dineva to come to Huntsville, and he said, I believe it was Marceau was going to pay him.
But he has a good relationship with Marceau and Tisha, and he loved Miss Wanda.
Can Funky Dineva save the show and make everybody, because the Melometers, that y'all are not very smart. You alienated men. You alienated Martell's fans. Nobody felt like we're dealing with y'all psycho asses. Can Funky Dineva put some life back in and make the bigger blogs want to talk about it again? Make everybody interested in it again. Do you think that Funky Dineva can save this?
I wish he wouldn't. If he could, like, just really being honest.
Wait, I got two more. From day one, I saw Mel as a manipulator. Mel is a manipulator, and I'll take that to my grave. Mel uses numerology and moon circles to harvest energy. Okay, that's her thing.
Or her hungry hippo mama. #facts.
All right. Thank you, Mary D. I appreciate you guys. Hopefully we can do this at least once a week, but for sure, whatever I'm doing, if there's some tea that comes out, I will drop what I'm doing. Call Anthony and we're going to talk about it. All right.
All right.
All right, Perry, do what you do. Take us out.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
All right, same to you. See y'all later.
Take care. Bye.